Hello guys, welcome to Bearable. In this video, we will talk as to what is what is tax, and what are the types of taxes. So, starting off with what is a tax? Remember that tax is any charge which a government imposes on its citizens. Remember, I am intentionally using the word charge, and I'm not using the word tax. Tax is any charge on income, anything, because there are many types of taxes. Those taxes can be on income or any other thing, which we will discuss shortly. So, when a government imposes a charge, that is a sum of money on its citizens, that is called tax. Remember, only government of a country can impose tax, individuals cannot. So that is what tax is. Now the question is, why do governments impose tax? Why do governments impose tax? Governments impose tax to meet their expenditure needs. For example, governments need to spend money on healthcare, education, infrastructure. So that is the basic concept of taxation. It is a charge which a government imposes on its citizens. Okay. And excuse me. Secondly, why do governments impose it? To meet their expenditures. And the nature of expenditures can be very varied in nature. So, talking about the types of taxes. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me change the pen. Okay. Types of taxes. Remember, there are 4 types of taxes. Okay. Number 1 is income tax. This is the most basic type of tax, and whenever you hear the word income tax, this is the tax which comes to your mind. And the second is sales tax. You must be familiar with this tax also. We will discuss each of these in detail as to what is the difference between their nature. Third most important tax is customs duty. The fourth most important is excise duty. Now, coming to income tax, remember that there are different types of income taxes. Income tax is any tax that is imposed on the income of a person. For example, the most common type of income which is taxed is salary income. Second is rental income. If you have property and you have rented it to somebody and you're receiving rent, then that rent will be taxed. And if you're receiving a salary, then your salary will be taxed. Third is capital gains tax. For example, if you had a property and you bought it for $100 and you sold it for like $200, so you effectively had a capital gain of $100. So the government will impose tax on this capital gain because you earned an income. You bought something for $100 and you sold it for $200. Okay, so that is also an income, and government imposes tax on that income, and it's called capital gains tax. Number 4th is tax on business income. So suppose you're running a retail outlet and you sell goods and you earn profit on that, so that profit is your income. So government imposes tax on that business income. The last is generally categorized as income from any other source. So if any income does not fall into these four categories, then that is taxed. And if that qualifies the definition of income, then that is taxed under the head of income from other sources. For example, if you have an agricultural property and you sell those crops and you earn income from it, then that agricultural income is will fall under this head. Okay, agricultural income. So these are the five types of income taxes: business income, income from other sources, salary income, rental income, and capital gains tax. Now coming on to sales tax. Okay, remember, sales tax is a transaction tax. Okay, it's a transaction tax. It's levied at the time of a transaction, and it has two types: tax on goods. For example, when you buy a soap, okay, or you buy snacks, you will often see that on the packet it's written like it's the price of the item is 10 rupees or $10, and you have a tax of $2, so the retail price is $12. So in that price of $12, $2 is tax. So that tax is called sales tax, and it's the tax on goods. Now the other type of sales tax is tax on services. For example, when you receive internet services, the government will charge you sales tax on those services. Of course, the internet company, they will charge you sales tax. So that's the tax on service. Of course, there are many other examples, but I'm just quoting these few just to illustrate the concept. Okay, remember that these two type of taxes, they are related, like customs duty and excise duty. Remember, customs duty is imposed at the import stage, and excise duty is imposed at the manufacturing stage. So let's suppose that, and the intent is more or less the same. For example, if your country, if the government of country A, in country A, the cost of manufacturing a car is $100, okay, and the cost of importing that car is like $120. Oh, sorry, $80. Okay, so this means that the local industry will suffer a lot because they are manufacturing cars expensive at an expensive rate for $100 a car, whereas people can easily import those cars, same cars, at $80. So the government does not want to let go of its local industry, and it wants that its local industry should flourish. So what government does is that it imposes customs duty on imported cars, and let's suppose a duty of $30 per car. So now the customers will get the imported car at like $130. So the imported cars, $110. So the imported cars will now be more expensive because an imported car costs $110 and a local manufactured car costs $100. So this is the rationale for customs duty. Like if the government wants to flourish the local industry, or they don't want certain kinds of goods to be imported, they impose customs duty. Okay, so it has a dual purpose. One, it achieves the objectives of the government, and second, it gives the government with revenues, tax revenues. Okay, and the allied concept is excise tax. Remember, here we go. Remember, so excise tax is, let's suppose, the government wants to discourage tobacco consumption. So what government does is that it imposes excise tax on cigarettes. So now let's suppose if a pack of cigarette costs like $10 and government imposes, and these are very heavy, excise duties are very heavy in nature. For example, on a pack of $10, the government might impose a duty, excise duty of $10. So the cost of the packet will now go up to $20. So the government achieves dual purpose. First, it achieves the purpose of like discouraging the consumption of cigarettes or tobacco, and it also earns revenue of $10. So there could be multiple examples of this. For example, governments want to you know, discourage the consumption of alcohol, they might impose this. Okay, so these were the types of taxes. I hope this clarified your concept. We discussed what is tax and what are the types of taxes. There are four main types of taxes: income tax, sales tax, customs duty, and excise duty. There were five types of income taxes. There were two types of sales taxes: tax on goods, tax on services. Then there were customs, there was a custom duty, and there was excise duty. I hope you like this video. Do subscribe for more videos. Thank you.